Hey guys, how's it going? JQ from Owning Fence Bass Fishing, Oklahoma. Taking a trip down the road, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, I need to make a video on. There's people that use like crankbaits and stuff like that, and some people just don't know when to use them. When to use deep versus shallow, when to use different colors, what conditions are good for crankbait fishing. So this is that video. So stay tuned, and I will let you guys know more or less. I mean, nothing's written in stone here. My opinions on it. So, first of all, crankbaits. I like to use crankbaits, and specifically shallow crankbaits. Whenever, obviously, I'm in shallow water. Whenever I'm in an area that has a lot of standing timber. Whenever there's an area that has laydowns where I can run it right above it. Whenever there's an area where there's submerged vegetation that I can run the crankbait through or above it. Whenever there's a rocky area that's shallow. A lot of times I wait until the wind's blowing. Because when the wind's blowing towards the rock, the fish like to hang out in the rocks there and ambush prey. So I like to either go horizontal or run my crankbait out of that or towards it. Just depends. So that's when I like to use a shallow crankbait. Now, when I switch to a deep diver, obviously it's when I'm trying to target deep fish that are real low in the water column, like on the bottom, like in 15 feet or whatever, or fish that are suspending. I see where they're at, where they're suspending, and I try to match it, to get it to right where that's at. Now, if you have live scope, you can kind of, reel and know exactly where it's at. I know it's kind of cheating, but you can do that. I'll use my live scope, but I don't use it for that. I like to just play by ear, just cast it out. If I reel it fast, I didn't get a bite, I'll reel it a little slower next time, And then, so that's what I use. I use crankbait mostly when it's cloudy conditions, when the fish are really moving, when the bass are really moving around. When it's windy, I use it. Rocky, weed areas, not when it's like thick, you can't get the crankbait through, because obviously it has treble hooks, so you can't get it through. For that, I'll switch to like a rattle trap where you can rip it through, or a lipless crankbait, you can rip it through. So a lot of times, there's also these things called wake baits that are almost like crankbaits, but their bill is like, I don't know how to explain it. Their bill goes straight down and then goes 90 degrees the other way. And it makes like an L in front of the bait. And so that is good for really shallow fishing, like if you're fishing shallow. And it's more of a top water presentation. And then I feel, even though this is not a crankbait, I feel like the Whopper Plopper is technically like a topwater crankbait, if you think about it. Because you're using it to cover water, to cover areas on the top of the water, right? You're doing the same thing with the crankbait, you're just doing that underwater. And if it's a shallow bill, you're using it for shallow water. If it's a deep bill, you're diving into the rocks and digging into the rocks. You know what I mean? And so, you want to be technical with it. It's kind of the same thing, except one's top water, one's not. And then as far as colors, I like to match the hatch. I like to do a natural presentation in clear water, in dark, murky, chocolate milk, Oklahoma water that's like a yoo-hoo. I like to use, darker colors, green pumpkin, reds, when the crawdads and stuff like that are spawning, or they are coming out for winter. And that's usually what I do. And I have pretty good luck. You can cover a lot of water, and then if I catch a fish or something in an area, I can slow it down and throw something different, like a football head jig, or shaky heads, chatterbait, stuff like that. Wacky rig, stuff like that. More finessey if I need to catch more in that area. But usually it gets the fish fired up, especially when they're like right now in the fall, when they're hunting for bait balls, they're chasing bait balls around, just follow the bait balls and cast in that area, and you'll get fish. So guys, if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm JQ from OnlyFins Back Fishing, Oklahoma. Put your comments in there if you guys think I missed anything, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.